Good Tuesday evening, everyone. It's Thanksgiving week, and there's major travel going on, and there is some travel disruptions we need to talk about as well. We're going to go over tomorrow's highs, what's going on in the weather over the next few days. Significant lake effect snow is possible up in the Northeast, across the Great Lakes region as well. So that's going to create some travel impacts, especially out in Colorado as well. We're going to go over that. And then is there going to be a bigger snowstorm in the long range? That's a big question that you need to join the supporter hub for. It's $4.99 a month. Do not miss out on some of the bigger weather events in the long range. $4.99 a month, cheaper than a Starbucks cup of coffee. There's a link in comments. Just click that link, and you'll join the supporter hub. And there's a lot of great content over there that you will never see on any public page. All right, so let's get right into it. Like I said, we're going to go over high temperatures. There's travel disruptions possible, especially major hub over in Denver as well, disrupting Thanksgiving travel plans. And then there's going to be sneaky snow come in this weekend with the Clipper system that we're going to talk about. All right, let's get into the current weather map as of right now, the latest weather hazards. Alrighty, here's the current weather hazards across the United States. We have basically hurricane. I can't get hurricanes out of my mind. All right, so winter storm warnings out here towards parts of California, and then in through parts of Utah and Colorado as this next system starts moving across. Significant snows are possible, upwards of an additional foot or two above the 6,000-7,000 feet out here in California. Up here to Utah, a foot to 2 feet above at the highest ridge lines. And then out here towards Colorado in the winter storm warnings, we're talking 1 to 2 feet plus. And then there is now a winter weather advisory out for the Denver area. They're expecting 2 to 4 inches of snow out that way. This is including the Denver International Airport, which there's going to be travel disruptions. I-70 was closed just a little bit ago. Actually about 2 hours ago or so. That's going towards the Eisenhower Tunnel into the mountains. It is snowing so hard the plows can't keep up, so they close the road temporarily up that way until we can get that cleared, because it is a mess. So that's going to create even more disruptions with that major hub, Denver International Airport, plus I-70 going to be impacted as well. So there's what's going on out west. Now, we have winter storm watches out here towards New York, off the lakes here, because lake effect snow is really going to start ramping up as we head into basically late Thanksgiving Day across Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, and then start rapidly going towards the east. It's going to be a very prolonged lake effect snow event, as these lake waters are very, very warm, well above average for this time of year with this very cold air coming in, single digits, teens, 20s coming over this water. And there's going to be feet upon feet upon feet of snow in some of these lake effect lake belts, basically along the lakes. What's going to be interesting? What's going to be interesting for this weekend is Buffalo is playing at home. Buffalo Bills is playing at home, and they're under a they're going to be under a lake effect snow warning eventually here. And wherever that band sets up, is it going to set up over Orchard Park or just south of there? It could be a very very snowy game as we get into Sunday night. I believe that's a Sunday night game. So that's something to watch as well. So there's the latest hazards. Let's go into the latest, or actually, let's go into tomorrow's highs for Wednesday. All right, highs for Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. We'll get this off the screen now. Start up here towards Denver, 37 degrees. I don't think it's going to get that warm, to be honest with you, but that may be early on or later in the day. Snow possible there. 39 in North Platte, Nebraska, with rain mixed with snow. Down here in Amarillo, 57. You get south of this front, this first front, which is actually lifting north a little bit. It's going to be 70 to 80 degrees. Dallas is in the upper 40s to around 50 today. You're going to get that warm front's going to come back, or that cold front's going to come back north, which basically turns into a warm front ahead of this new front that's coming down out of Canada, which is going to create a bigger cold shot coming in for Thanksgiving into parts of Thanksgiving weekend, which will create some snow. I'm going to go over that here in just a second. Chicago, rain mix with snow, 43, 45 up here in Cleveland as well. Rain, snow mix. May probably changing the snow later on. 55 for Washington, 70 for Charleston, 76 Tallahassee, 80 in Orlando, 82 in Houston for tomorrow. All right, let's take a look at what's going to happen over the next few days. High pressure. This is the first high pressure that came down and starting to scoot east. It's going to be a little bit of response ahead of this next cold front that's coming down. And like I said, it's going to warm up across Texas into Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas tomorrow ahead of this front. Low pressure here in parts of Colorado. Like I said, there's going to be some upslope flow coming into parts of Colorado tomorrow. So east of basically the Rockies into Denver. Going to be some major travel delays as this low comes out. Then as we get into Thanksgiving Day, rain possibly maybe ending with a few flurries up in Missouri. As you see that 540 line, basically rain snow line, what we call that basically is that's about freezing about 5,000 feet above sea level there. So elevation matters. So, few flurries ending up here in Missouri, and then just some scattered rain down here in northern Arkansas. More steadier rain down here in the Ohio River Valley, that is. And then as we go forward, that's going to trend northeast. Interior New England's going to get some snow later Thanksgiving Day, probably in the afternoon. And then that basically gets out of here. And then cold is coming behind it. You can see these lake effect snow bands really starting to take effect down here, Lake Superior, Michigan, Huron, over towards Lake Erie as well. This off the coast. And like I said, that game on Sunday night in Buffalo could be interesting. So that's something to watch. Then here comes that Clipper system coming down for this weekend. If I can get this off my screen here. Here we go. All right, so this Clipper system's coming down for this weekend. Let me go back. You see it's coming down out of the northern plains here. There'll be a little bit of response here. Here jumps that low pressure, and then boom, right there. This is on Saturday. There's going to be a lot of people in Arkansas watching the Hogs game, so they're at Missouri, up in Columbia, I believe. So there could be some snow that happens during that game on Saturday, and this could deliver a quick thumping of snow through parts of Kansas into Missouri, and then basically it's out of here after that. Now, as we get into Monday and Tuesday, that's going into a long range. There is possibility of a winter storm coming in for parts of the area. something to we have low. I mean, there's some low confidence on where the placement will be right now, but there is definitely some signals on on possibly a major winter storm, which we'll have more on that over in the supporter hub. If you're not a supporter, there's a link in the comments where you can join today. Otherwise, let's take a look at a few other things real quick. All right, I told you at the beginning of this video, I-70 was closed in Colorado. Well, it's now reopened. So you see on your screen, look at it, it's like whiteout conditions almost. You can barely see eighth of a mile, and very slow going into Colorado on I-70. So it is reopened. They're trying to get a handle on those roads right now, but there's going to be major travel disruptions across Colorado in the next day or so. So beware for that. All right, so let's take a look at this weekend system one more time, and then that'll be all for this evening. Party, just warning, this is one model run, so don't take anything in stone yet. So this is the Clipper system that's coming down this weekend, and look at pretty much quick hitting snow through parts of Nebraska into Kansas, through parts of Missouri. This could come a little bit further south as well. There is models hinting at coming into parts of northern Arkansas even, but it's been bullseyeing right around central Missouri. And like I said, there's a Razorback game with those Arkansas folks that are Razorbacks fans. They're going to be at Missouri, so there's going to be some snow around, I believe, during that game. But it's thrown out 3 to 6 inch amounts in parts of this area, so we'll see. Some of these northwest flow Clipper systems kind of overproduce at times, so we've got to keep an eye on that. So that's something to keep a close tabs on the next few days. Alrighty, so here is my official map for right now. This is the first look for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday into Sunday, basically it starts up here in parts of Montana and moving southeast, then slowly east-southeast, then probably up towards the northeast. But anywhere in the blue could see some flurries, light snow, and then in the darker blue, I think there's more of a possibility of snow accumulations, and that's going to impact travel going home from the Thanksgiving holiday from I-70 from Springfield all the way over to St. Louis, possibly towards Indianapolis, through parts of Kentucky as well, just north of Nashville. Nashville could get a few flurries or light snow showers as well, and then up here towards the Appalachians into West Virginia, into parts of the higher terrain of Tennessee into North Carolina. So stay tuned. Forecast confidence right now is moderate. This could change. This piece of energy could come a little bit further south, and then these snow accumulations could come with it. But this weekend Clippers system is a good bet at impacting travel across the central parts of the United States. Like I said, going towards the Appalachian Mountains. That's all I had for this evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll probably be live again tomorrow night.